Well, you know, you come to the point where you say, well, I like what he's doing, but I don't like what he's doing. You know what I mean? And you kind of evaluate for yourself and see what it's all about. And the first thing you know, somebody says, "Hey, you want to be an actor?" Yes. Well, come on, let's go. What I wanted to do was be an actor. Period. And it worked, I think. And the very first part I ever got was in State of the Union, where I said, "Where's my sides?" No sides. You don't have anything to say. You go across the stage from right to left, and that's it. So I crossed the stage with a big cigar in my mouth and a Kelly, you know, and a whole bit, and I looked important as all get out. Randall School of Dramatic Arts for about 3 months. Oh, we did Untitled. It was written by Norman Lear. And then I also played Talthybius in The Grecian Women, the only male part in the whole thing. And she wrote a thing, she said, the only one I believed was that fellow that walked across the stage with that cigar. And I got the first good reviews given an actor in 14 years. And then I said, I quit. This is worse than the Navy ever thought of being, you know. And this fella says, look, I'm going to go down to the Barter Theater of Virginia. Why don't you come with me and we'll see what we can do. Maybe I could be an actor. He stayed one day and I stayed 5.5 years, and that's where I really learned the profession of acting. I didn't decide at all. I went home one day, I was ready to tell my mother after World War II that I didn't like working in a factory, and I didn't want to go to work in a factory, and I wasn't going to work in a factory, and I was going back into the Navy for my other 10 years and do my 20 years and get a pension. At least I'd have something, you know? And out of a clear blue sky, she said, have you ever thought of becoming an actor? Not really, not really. She says, you always like to make a damn fool of yourself in front of people. Why don't you give it a try? And 10 years later, they're handing me an Oscar. It has to come from the heart, I'm sure. And I don't know, I never looked at myself as a leading man, ever. But I always felt that, gee, if you could pick your role, that would be nice, you know? I didn't pick Marty. Little did I know they were only making it for a tax loss. They didn't want to finish it at all. Warren Oates one time said, hey, listen, if it's a picture, do it, you know? People say they become the character. Well, if you do, you know, you're playing two lives, and that's for the birds. Actually, I was just an actor, period. No. Well, I wonder about that sometime. People would like me, I guess. I hate myself on the screen, but and I can't see why people go to see me, but hey, it's all in the reading, I guess. I've never given anybody any trouble, except one person one time. And, oh boy, you give your best, you do your best, and if they like it, hey, all the better. But, you know, that was the idea. It's like John Ford one time, that old story about John Ford where all the big guys were afraid to approach him because of the fact that he was behind schedule. And so they sent this little AD over after him, you know, assistant director, you know, who didn't know from Adam. And he said, Mr. Ford, he said, we're behind. He said, hand me that script over there, son. And they handed him the script, and he looked at the whole thing and tore it all off and threw it away. He said, tell him we just caught up. What's that? Oh, it's your 40th anniversary?
Yeah.
Of what? Here in this city?
Yeah.
How wonderful. Well, congratulations on your 40th anniversary. I think it's marvelous. And it couldn't happen in a better place but Oregon, and which is one of my favorite states, incidentally. And I'm very happy to say I'm an Oregonian myself, by I don't know what would you call it, but by choice. And I'm originally from Connecticut. But 40 years, how wonderful. May you go 40 more and 100 more after that. God bless.